Hey cycling community, this is Steve Bruce's The Cycling Greek. It is Thursday, 2 days before the road race I'm putting on. The OTF Hensley Lake Road Race. Lots to do. I took these 2 days off of work so I can do all this stuff. I just got a message from one of my contractors and says I only have one generator available that he was brought. And I'm going to see if the other generator is brought to me with all the other equipment. So I'm going to go check that out. So this is what it is right now. It's making sure that things that are supposed to go smoothly, and then dealing with the little challenges that come up along the way. So I've been doing this all week, and you're just going to see the last day or two right now. Here we are in the Cycling Greek garage. Here's some of the equipments and prizes and stuff that are going for the road race. So now I'm going to go back out here and check to see if I have a generator. Looks a little dark right now. And shoot, just one generator. I gotta go find another generator. I just queried the team to see who has a generator, and I think one or two people do, fortunately. So now I am off to my first location to get some stuff and then go do some work on the course. And you notice I have here my truck, not my truck, a truck for my teammates that I get to borrow for the weekend, which is cool. It's a real big change from my Honda Civic. Whenever I get in this thing, my voice lowers about 2 octaves. To the course. So now we're approaching the start, or the start intersection, 603 and 407. So right here is going to be the workers parking. So they're just going to pull off here, even though the gate's going to remain closed out there. So we're just going to park along here, and then there's a little bit of parking area here. So now, I'm going to go look for some potholes. About 3-4 weeks ago, I went through here, saw a lot of potholes from the rain, and called the county, and they came out here and fixed them. Well, I'm just going to go look for some potholes and fill them up. Okay, I hope you work. I used up all my asphalt. I may have to put some cones out at one section. Okay, time for the next item to do. I'm back in the car traveling again. Gonna go back into town, stage some equipment, brought it from the back of the property to the front of the property in the garage, just to prep for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm gonna load everything up. Going to the bank, got to get some change for tomorrow and cash for possible prize lists. The way we have our prize lists is that we are allocating $10 of value per rider for each race. I have, through one of the sponsorships through Rubber Soul Bicycles, I'll be giving away 3 tires, one for each of the top 3 places. Now, if I get more than 10 people, then I start putting in cash on top of that. So that's what I'm prepping for that. Also, I found out that I'm getting 1 generator instead of 2 from the NCNCA, our racing district. Generator that I usually use for a second generator on some of my other races is not working anymore. It's one of my teammates, so now I have a couple choices. I'm going to go and price generators. The other option is the contractor that's bringing the staging truck and some of the equipment has to go and drive to another location to get a second generator, which would be fine, but I have to pay for that distance. So that could cost me about another $100 just for him to come and get it. So I'm going to compare that against the price that I'm going to see how much the generators are. Okay, $500 later, and I got a generator. I always thought about this. I always needed 2 generators because the start and the finish being at 2 different locations on all of my races. And hate to spend the money, but it's well spent. I'm hungry, time to eat. I love these trucks, but man, they take a lot of gas. Today was a full day. 2 days to go. And there's a lot of stuff that you didn't see on here. So some of the things that you didn't see on the video so far is I live on a little over 2 acres, and so a lot of the equipment that I'm using is for the front of the property and there's some at the back of the property. So I didn't want to go back there and walk it back and forth, that type of thing. So I got the truck and I went back there and I got stuck in the mud. Got my neighbor. He's got a tractor. He came over and he pulled me out. Now it sounds like, you know, a 5-minute deal. No, it wasn't. It took about an hour to do this whole thing. So I got the truck back in there and went back and got the equipment and just walked it back. You know, got some more that type of thing. Then I went back to town and you saw where I got the generator. And after the generator, then I went to clean the truck that had a bunch of mud on it, which doesn't have any mud on there now. And then I had a conversation with one of my contractors that's going to be at the race. There were some things that you know, we had to discuss. And after that, computer work. I have this work spreadsheet. My team is helping me with the day of duties of the race. It is part of the requirements for being on the team. I got contacted by one of my women riders. She says, "Oh, I'm going to a baby shower." I said, oh, I'm thinking, oh man, you're supposed to do this. And then she was saying, well, this is a friend of mine and she lost a baby and now this is the next baby and so I got to be there. So okay. Even though I have about 30 people that are helping, because of some of them are racing and other people I don't want to have sticking on a corner out in left field for 6 hours, I got to make sure I distribute all the work and still make sure everything's getting covered. I was able to do that. I don't have any more fluff. I don't have more abilities. If someone else stops out, then shoot, I don't know what I'm going to do. Got that sent out. Team has that information now. Tomorrow's going to be another big day. And then I got to get some good sleep tonight. That's just 2 days to go. Comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.